Hi guys, I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are good. We're gonna start the sequence and series, and this is a bit of grade 10, but still applicable in grade 11 as well as in grade 12. So we're gonna look at something like this in the sequence and series. We have a linear pattern. It's a pattern. So what do you mean by a pattern? It's something, it's it's numbers that forms a particular pattern. If we have three or more numbers forming a particular pattern, it can be that for you to get the next term you must add 5, or it can be for you to get the next term you must multiply the previous term with 2, or it can be that for you to get the next term you must divide the first term by 2 or by whatsoever number that you divide with. So that's a pattern. So we have a linear pattern which we learned about in grade 10 and also in grade 11. We're still going to continue with it, and we're going to add some other pattern in grade 11 as well as in grade 12. So now we have the linear pattern. What do you mean by a linear pattern? A linear pattern is whereby you have a number, and to get the next number you add a certain number from the previous number. So for you to get, let's look at this one on the board. For you to get a 7, you have to add 5 in these two, and then 2 plus 5 you get a 7. And then for you to get 12 you have to add 5 in 7. And for you to get a 17 you have to add what? You have to add 5 in 12, and then you get the 17. So now we have something called a general term. A general term is something that you use in order for you to get any number of this sequence. This sequence has its own general term. So what is a general term? Something that you can use, or a formula that you can use when asked, maybe let's say they ask you to find the 30th term, the term that is in position number 30. You see, this one is in position 1, this one is in position 2, this one is in position 3, this one is in position what? 4. And then if they ask you to find the term in position 30, you're not gonna keep on adding 5, 5, 5, 5. You're wasting time. You can do that, yes, but that's wasting time. Then instead of doing that, we introduce something called what? A general term. This will help you to get even the term that's on the 100th position. You're not going to keep on adding 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 until what? 100 times. So we're going to use a general term. So the important thing that you have to know about the general term, the B is very important and the N is very important for you to know. The B represents the difference. The difference. B represents the number, the difference between 2 and 7. So to get the difference, you say 7 minus 2, you get what? You get 5. To get the difference, you say what? 12 minus 7, you get what? You get 5. 17 minus 12, it's still 5. So you see the difference is constant. It's constant. Something that is constant, it's not changing. So 5 is not changing. We have 5 here, we have 5 here, we have 5 here. So we have a what? A constant difference. So this B represents what? A constant difference. Put here a constant what? Difference. Constant. Doesn't look good. Okay. Constant difference. And then we have the value of C. The value of N is the position. Is it possession or position? whatsoever, but we understand that it's where the number, the particular number lies. 17 is in position what? Position 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 is in the first position. 7 is in the second position, so on and so forth. So N represents the position of the term, and then B represents the constant difference. When you multiply, when you subtract the second term, when you subtract the first term from the second term, you're getting the difference. Or when you subtract the next term, the first term or the previous term from the next term, whatsoever you. That's English, eh? Yeah. But we're not there. We're doing maths. We're not in a English class. Okay, let's continue now. So questions that you will get based on this particular thingy. A question may come in the form saying, okay, since we don't have enough space here, let's erase this. What's nice about this is that even though you are not done copying, you can still rewind the video and get to the part where you were not able to copy. So that's nice about that. No one is going to tell me that they did not see. I should not erase. We're not there. Let's continue. The first question that you will get, it's not always the first question, but a question that you will normally get is that they will ask you to determine the end term and hence the 199th term. So they will ask you to determine the end term. End term means the general term, and they will also ask you to determine the term that is in the 199th position. So they're asking for the term that is on the 199th position. So we know a position is determined by what? By n. We know that n determines a position. So let's tackle this. We know that the general term is what? Is Tn is equals to Bn plus C. We have to find the value of B and the value of C. So we have to find the value of B and the value of C. To find the value of B, we know that we subtract this one from this one, subtract this one from this one. B is the constant difference. In this case, we know that B is equals to 5. We know that the constant difference from here and here is what? Is 5. And then C, we find C by saying B plus C is equals to the first term. If we add B and C should give you what? The first term. B plus C is equals to the first term. What's the first term? The first term is 2. B plus C is equals to 2. But we know that B is equals to 5. Then we can substitute 5 here. And then we have 5 plus C equals to 2. And then we take the 5 to the other side. We left with C equals to 5 minus 2. And then 5 minus 2 gives you what? A negative 3. Are we clear? And then now we substitute what we have on the general term. So we have Tn is equals to Bn plus C. But now we have the values. We have B. What is B? B is 5. We put 5 here instead of B. Say 5n plus, sorry, we don't put the plus since 3 is negative. We just put minus 3. So we have the general term. So remember now, they asked us to determine the term in the 199th position. So we want the term that is on on the 199th position. So this is your general term, because they say determine the general term, and you have determined the general term, and then they say hence determine the term that's on the 199th position. So we know n represents what? A position. So we're gonna say t. Instead of n, we know now that we are in what position? 199. We're in position 199 equals to 5 multiplied by n. We know that we are in position 199 minus 3. And then if you punch this on your calculator, 5 times 199, you get 995 minus 3. That's going to be 992. I hope we are clear on this one. So the term on the 199 position is 992. And a second question that they may probably ask you is this one: which term of a pattern is equal to 49. Okay, yeah, equal to 497. And then you remember the one that we were doing now, we were looking for a term that was on position 199. Now they give us the term and they want us to determine in which position is this number. So we can see that 2 is in the first position. We can see that 7 is in the second position, 12 is in the third position, and 17 is in the what? Is in the fourth position. But what about 497? In what position is 497? That's what we have to find. And then our general term was 5n minus 3. Tn is 5n minus 3. So we know the position is represented by n. So now let's take this and put it here and solve for n. Always when they say which wada equal to 400 or equal to a certain number, you just take that number and equate it to the general term. So 497 is equals to 5n minus 3. And then now we solve for n. And if we get the value of n, that will tell us that the value of, or that will tell us in which position is the number 497. So now let's solve for n. We take this thing to the, we group like terms. We take the negative 3 to this side, and then we leave numbers with variables on the other side alone. Then negative 3, it's going to be negative 3, 497, negative, when it jumps the equal sign, it becomes positive, minus 5. So always, even you, when you leave your current boyfriend or girlfriend, you go to the other part of the world, I don't know where, you become positive emotionally if you were negative before on your relationship. So this one is negative, is leaving this relationship and crossing the borders to a negative or a positive relationship. So you see it crossed, and then now it's what? It's in a positive relationship. And then 5n is left alone because it was abusing her. And then now 497 plus 3, and then now they are bonding. They are forming 500. 5n did not want to bond with her. So they left him. They left him. So you, my guy, if you don't want to bond, they will leave you for a good one. So now we have 5 divided by 5. It's gonna give us 1, and then we'll be left with n. So always when we are solving for either x or any variable, if there's 5n or 2n, we divide with that 2n so that we'll be left with the n alone. In this case, we have what, 5n. We divide by 5 so that the 5 will cancel 5. It's not cancelling, basically, it's dividing. So when you divide 5 and 5, you get 1. So it doesn't make any change, and then you say the 1 multiplied by n. But let's keep cancelling now. 5 cancels 5, and then we're left with 500 divided by 5. It's 100. It's destroying their bond now, and then we're left with n. So that means 497 is on the 100th term. If you don't get this one, then you have to contact me. You have to contact me. That is it for this video. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And if you want some more difficult problems, make sure you follow me on Facebook, Justin Linda, on Instagram, Justin SA, on YouTube. You can comment, do whatsoever that you want, like that you could possibly do to reach out to me. I'm available to assist you guys. This was just the basics, and then if you want more stuff, I'm available. You can set a Zoom meeting and then you join other kids. We do this thing. Bye, guys.